Every night I take my dog for a walk. On the night of May 4th, it was hot and humid, even for Tennessee standards. I live in a small town right on Main Street, so I never worry about walking alone at night. Plus, my dog Josie is a German Shepherd that weighs about 120 pounds. We walked out the door and started on our usual path. It was unusually quiet, even for 10 o'clock at night. No cars passed, and the only sounds I heard were crickets chirping. Suddenly, Josie stopped and let out a growl. Straight ahead, there were two guys walking in our direction. They were dressed in black with black ball caps on. Something seemed off about them, but I tried to shake off my feelings of suspicion. As we got closer, Josie started barking. I was surprised to see that the men didn't turn and walk in the other direction. Usually when people come in contact with Josie, they turn and walk away. Not these guys. They didn't even flinch. I decided to cross over to the other side of the street. Josie was now acting very unusual, whimpering and watching the men intently. As we continued on our path, I turned to see where the men were. They were passing by my house. Then they stopped. They looked at the house for a brief minute and then turned in my direction. These guys were really starting to freak me out. Then I remembered I hadn't locked any of the doors. None of them. Not the side door or the back door. They were still looking in my direction. I had no idea what I should do. I decided to walk a bit further. Maybe they will go away, I thought. In my gut, I knew something was wrong. At the corner of Main and 4th Street, we turned around to head back home. As I approached the house, I seen one of the men standing on the sidewalk in front of my yard. Why is he just standing there, I wondered. As we get closer to the man, Josie starts barking again. I tried to quiet Josie. "Hi there, can I help you?" I asked the man. "Yeah, you live here?" the man asked. I was so frightened, my head was spinning. "Yes, I do. Can I help you?" I asked again. "Can I use your phone?" he asked. "No, I'm sorry. I don't let strangers into my house. Where's the guy who was with you a minute ago?" "Oh, he kept walking. Can you bring your phone out to me?" Chills went up my spine and a knot formed in my throat. I swallowed hard. "There's a store just down the block. It stays open all night. Maybe you should use their phone," I said. "I asked to use yours," he replied. Panic started to rise up in my chest. "I'm going in," I told him. "If you're still here in 10 seconds, I'm getting my gun and calling the cops." I rushed up to the front door, into the house, and locked the door behind me. I ran through the dining room and turned the corner to the kitchen. I bolted the lock on that door. When I turned around, I seen the second man standing in front of my sink with a butcher knife in his hands. My butcher knife. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. It was the longest second of my life. Suddenly, there was a bang at the door. "Let me in, dude," the guy from outside said. The man lunged at me but got tripped up on my kitchen rug and stumbled. I took his slip up as an opportunity to dash through the hall and into my bedroom where my gun was. I reached under my bed and pulled out my shotgun, which was already loaded. I turned to see the man coming down the hall in my direction. Josie then came dashing in from the living room and attacked, sinking his teeth into the guy's leg. He raised the butcher knife and I raised my gun, taking aim. I shot the man once in the face and once in the chest. I was trembling and immediately went for my phone while trying to comfort Josie. I called the police and they were there within minutes. They listened as I told them what had happened. They said I was well within my rights to protect myself. The two men were identified and were wanted for the murder of a dozen women over the course of a year. The man who lived was sentenced to death. I can't believe I was almost their 13th victim. Every day I am thankful for my gun and for my dog. I don't know what would have happened if I wouldn't have had them.